Welcome. Many picture Cuba as classic cars, salsa music, and sunlit streets, a place frozen in time. But behind this postcard image lies a reality of struggle and survival, rarely seen by outsiders. Today, we're peeling back the layers to reveal 8 dark secrets about Cuba that most never hear. We'll explore the systems of control, economic pressures, and social fractures that shape daily life. This is a journey into the shadows of a nation whose full story has remained largely untold. Let's move beyond the romanticized image and confront the difficult truths. In Cuba, the Communist Party is the only legal political force. Dissent is not tolerated, and alternative voices are systematically suppressed. Speaking out can mean constant surveillance, harassment, or even prison. People learn early to be careful about what they say, and to whom. Independent journalists and artists are watched closely, their families threatened, and their work censored or destroyed. Even private conversations can be risky. Vague laws like public disorder or enemy propaganda are used to silence critics, making almost any act of protest a punishable offense. The San Isidro movement, for example, saw artists and activists jailed simply for demanding freedom of expression and basic rights. The internet, once a hope for change, is tightly controlled. Websites are blocked, speeds throttled, and digital organizing is risky. Online activism is met with swift crackdowns. Fear of informants, or chivatos, keeps people cautious, even with friends. Trust is rare, and suspicion is a part of daily life. This climate of fear ensures the government's narrative is the only one heard, repeated in schools, media, and public spaces. The result: a society where silence is often the safest choice, and open discussion is rare. Political prisoners and their stories are reminders of the high cost of dissent and the courage it takes to speak out. In Cuba, conformity isn't just encouraged, it's enforced, shaping every aspect of daily life. For most Cubans, daily life is a battle against scarcity. Every morning, people wake up not knowing if they'll be able to find the essentials they need to get by. Store shelves are often empty, and hours-long lines for basics like chicken or soap are routine. Even when goods arrive, they vanish quickly, leaving many to go home empty-handed. The dual currency system, now replaced by unofficial dollarization, left deep economic divides. Many still feel the effects of this confusing and unequal system, which favored some while leaving others behind. Those with access to foreign currency, through tourism or remittances, can buy what others cannot. This creates a stark contrast between families, even within the same neighborhood. State salaries average just $20–30 a month, making survival nearly impossible on official wages. Many workers must juggle multiple jobs or side hustles just to make ends meet. Professionals like doctors often earn less than taxi drivers or private restaurateurs. The irony is clear: education and skill don't always translate to a better life here. The libreta ration book offers only meager staples, lasting a week or two at best. Families must stretch these rations, often skipping meals or going without. The rest of the month, families scramble in the informal market where prices are high and goods scarce. Here, desperation and resourcefulness go hand in hand. This desperation fuels a sprawling black market and petty corruption. People are forced to bend the rules just to survive. People resolve by any means necessary, diverting supplies, paying bribes, or trading favors. These workarounds have become a way of life for many. The economic system disincentivizes professional work and erodes trust. Many feel their efforts go unrewarded, leading to frustration and disillusionment. The stress of constant shortages takes a heavy psychological toll. Anxiety and uncertainty are constant companions for Cuban families. For many, ingenuity is the only way to survive in a broken system. Creativity and resilience are essential as people find new ways to make do with less. Scarcity isn't an exception, it's the rule. In Cuba, hardship is woven into the fabric of everyday life, shaping the choices and dreams of an entire nation. Cuba's government claims to champion social justice, but the reality is starkly different. Freedom of expression, assembly, and association are tightly restricted. Independent groups are illegal, and their members face harassment, detention, and prosecution. Arbitrary detentions, often without charges, are used to intimidate and disrupt activism. The judiciary is not independent. Political trials are often a formality with predetermined outcomes. Political prisoners endure overcrowded, unsanitary conditions and inadequate medical care. Hunger strikes are a desperate way to protest abuses. Even movement is controlled. Dissidents can be denied exit permits or placed under house arrest. The state's grip extends far beyond politics, shaping every aspect of life. In Cuba, rights are not guaranteed, they're rationed. Where the state fails, the black market, La Bolsa Negra, fills the gap. It's not hidden, it's woven into daily life, providing food, medicine, and essentials. Goods are often diverted from state enterprises or brought in by travelers. Networks operate through word of mouth and private messaging apps. For many, the black market is a lifeline, the only way to feed families or get medicine, but it also deepens inequality. Those with foreign currency can afford more, while others struggle. Prices are high, and survival depends on connections. The government cracks down, but as long as shortages persist, the black market thrives. It's a system born of necessity, not choice. Corruption and resourcefulness go hand in hand. For most Cubans, the shadow economy is more real than the official one. The black market is both a symptom and a solution. In Cuba, surveillance is a fact of life. The Committees for the Defense of the Revolution, or CDRs, monitor every neighborhood. Residents report on each other, eroding trust and enforcing conformity. State security, La Seguridad del Estado, uses informants everywhere. Workplaces, schools, even families. Psychological intimidation is common, isolating critics and discouraging dissent. The state-run telecom monopoly allows the government to monitor all digital communications. Activists report hacked accounts and tapped phones. This constant monitoring forces self-censorship. People think twice before speaking or posting online. The goal isn't just to catch dissent, but to prevent it. Surveillance is the invisible architecture of power. It shapes behavior, stifles debate, and keeps society in check. In Cuba, privacy is a luxury few can afford. The revolution declared racism over in 1962, but for many Afro-Cubans, equality remains elusive. Afro-Cubans are underrepresented in leadership and the most lucrative sectors, especially tourism. Economic disparities are stark, black neighborhoods are often the poorest, and remittances rarely reach them. Decades of official silence meant systemic racism was never truly addressed. Discrimination persists in hiring, policing, and daily life. A new generation of Afro-Cuban activists is breaking the silence. Omasan si dendransa drachim bandadan tomadan daim omasi man demanding real change. Their efforts are often met with suspicion by the state. The struggle for racial equality is intertwined with economic and political realities. Without open debate and independent organizing, true equality remains out of reach. For many, the promise of a post-racial Cuba is still a dream. Cuba's healthcare system is world-famous, but the reality for most Cubans is far from the myth. Hospitals are often in disrepair, with shortages of medicine and basic supplies. Patients must bring their own essentials, sometimes even soap and bedsheets. Essential medications are frequently unavailable, forcing people to rely on the black market or family abroad. There's a two-tiered system: modern clinics for tourists and elites, crumbling facilities for everyone else. The government's focus on sending doctors abroad drains the domestic system, leaving communities understaffed. Medical professionals are highly trained but forced to work in impossible conditions. The image of universal, high-quality care is a carefully maintained illusion. For most, healthcare is a daily struggle, not a guaranteed right. The myth persists, but the reality is a system on the brink. In Cuba, even health is rationed. The desire to leave Cuba has become a mass exodus, a vote of no confidence in the system. Every day, more Cubans make the painful decision to abandon their homeland, leaving behind family, friends, and the only life they have ever known. Dangerous journeys, from makeshift rafts to overland treks through Central America, are now common. Many risk their lives crossing treacherous waters or traversing unfamiliar, hostile terrain, driven by the hope of reaching safety and opportunity. Migrants face extortion, violence, and death, but the risks are outweighed by desperation. Smugglers and criminal gangs prey on the vulnerable, turning the journey into a gauntlet of fear and uncertainty. It's not just dissidents leaving. Doctors, engineers, and young professionals are fleeing in record numbers. The country's best and brightest are seeking futures elsewhere, hoping to use their skills in places where they are valued. The country is losing its future to brain drain. Schools and businesses are left empty, and entire communities feel the absence of those who once gave them life and hope. For the government, emigration is both an embarrassment and a safety valve, reducing internal pressure. Yet, it also signals a deep crisis of legitimacy, as more citizens choose to leave rather than stay and struggle. Remittances from abroad now prop up the struggling economy. Families depend on money, sent from loved ones overseas to survive, making the diaspora an essential lifeline. Each departure is a testament to broken promises and lost hope. Farewells are filled with tears and uncertainty, as families are torn apart by necessity. The emigration crisis is the culmination of repression, scarcity, and lost freedoms. Years of hardship and unfulfilled dreams have pushed people to the breaking point. For many, the only choice is to risk everything for a chance at a better life. The journey is perilous, but staying behind feels like a slow suffocation. The revolution's children are leaving, searching for dignity and freedom elsewhere. They carry with them memories of home, but also the hope of building something new. The cost of staying is suffocation. The cost of leaving is everything. Each decision is a gamble with fate, and the pain of separation lingers long after departure. Cuba's greatest export is now its people, a generation in search of hope, dignity, and a future beyond the island's shores. The classic cars and music remain, but beneath the surface, Cuba is defined by struggle and yearning for change. Political repression, economic hardship, and deep inequalities shape daily life for millions. Understanding these truths means listening to voices too often silenced. The future of Cuba is unwritten, shaped by resilience and hope for something better. What surprised you most? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories beyond the headlines. Thank you for watching.